Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with solid bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Welcome back to the StarLadder Minor Close Qualifiers here for CIS. Our match between Syman and Winstrike is getting into map 2, and surprisingly enough, it's Syman the ones that lead in terms of the map. 16-11 on Train, on Winstrike's pick. A surprising turn of affairs for many, as I think the majority of us consider the Winstrike guys to be the favorites in this series. We're about to find out whether that will reflect reality here. As we go into the pistol round of Dust 2 as picked by Syman. I still think that Winstrike have a good chance of winning this one because of just how Dust 2 is very firepower based. But now, despite the fact it is Syman's pick, they have had a pretty poor track record on it in the past. Barely getting a victory to Prosto earlier on during the qualifiers, but other than that, losing to Valiant, Unicorns of Love, no chance. They've had no chance, to say the least, on this map. Close scorelines on several of those, but 3 of the 4 results we have on record of the last 3 months have been double digits, but I can still see an opportunity for Winstrike here to fight back and find a map to take us to a third. We'll find out whether that actually be the case as Syman start on the CT side. No defuse kit, they're going straight out defensive right here. As the flashbangs go out, Norbert turns around for the first, spots out the second, can't quite get a headshot on Neil, and he's able to respond as appropriate. But Edward comes back into the man advantage for the Winstrike boys. Skills holds back at window. Bomb plant will go down for a kick. Couldn't double tap onto Edward. The headshot is landed. 3v3 retake. A Lion catching off Ramsey. Back over at the lower tunnels. There's a backstab also in Patoric of his own right. Looking for a Lion. Drops back in. USB shots don't quite land and does do a little bit of damage but doesn't get the kills. Kills moves in. Running out of time here again. No defuse kit for Syman. They are very short. That being said, Keel strikes away. Looking for Bondic as the last man. 4 kills. What flicks were those? And the USP retakes for Syman the first, the pistol on the CT board. Massive, absolutely massive from him. The bomb plant will get Winstrike here to force by. Scout in. Galil out, AK for Bondic, and Edward quickly entering into the long positions. North and Syman will challenge it. Instead, they're going to go towards the short and mid control, pushing up from short into mid. Right, first man up, flashbang over, spots Bondic, sprays. There's a little bit of damage, not that much at all, actually. Scout from Milan actually strikes back onto Keels. There's even more damage to the CT force. Kit comes in, smokes at the ready, going to go towards the long control again. Winstrike have established complete control of this part of the map. Smokes coming in, Molotovs on T-side, pushing in. Nades up from Keels, doing a little bit of damage. It doesn't quite tag up. Actually does tag up Edward, but Norbert was really the main target for that nade. Didn't go anywhere near him. The scout in from Ramsey instead chimes on towards Edward. Small gap and a smoke as he flicks. Gets the man advantage for Syman, but a bomb plant secured and rifle still kicking around for the Winstrike setup. Flashes and smokes in, Nealon supporting out the main T-side force, trying to boost up towards the default area. Bondic sprays on through the AK, doesn't get the frag, instead it's Nealon to strike first. Norbert and Kit come back to 3 versus 3, but it's traded back with by Patoric and Nealon, and Perfecto finishes off the job. The defuse will come through, and Syman, for a moment, looked a little bit awkward there, but they do get the rounded together in the end. AK saved and everything. 2-0 start for the CT forces. Very, very good stuff here. There's a Lion. Oh, what a shot! Wow. Heads rolling out mid and B. Torek will strike back at least towards the mid position, catch off the likes of Edward. Scout still in play for a Lion. Rifle getting recovered by Nealon, I believe. Ramsey facing up, dealing with Norbert. Of course, the force buy is backing the Winstrike with a bomb plant coming through. Bondic grabs that AK, dropped by his dead teammate, and falls right back out. 4v3. This Lion again just scopes onto the header. Torek was out through the smoke. I think that may have been back towards the goose area instead. So he kind of did see him, but still great shooting to get those 2 headshots. 3v3. Making their way into the B bomb site. Perfecto with the AK at the ready. Sprays on kick, takes him down, drops that bomb. On 20 points of health as well. Going to call in for backup, but flashbangers catch him. Bondic trades. Still cross-locked. Nealon tries to tap on through. Spots out Bondic at close. Now Ramsey coming in for the backstab will deal with the next man up towards Plat. The bomb plant should be secured by Bondic, but from here it should be lights out indeed. They face together. 2 angles to watch. Both players spraying. AK recover for Nealon. I imagine Ramsey will also go for it as well. Yes, no, maybe, scope. Okay, there you go. 3-0 start for Syman. Looking really good despite the frag damage coming in from Winstrike. And again, a great start for a Lion in that one. Feels like they've done with their homework against Winstrike. Know exactly how they're going to play out these kind of strategies and how to counter them as well. B-side defensive held for enough for Syman to get into positions and back it up. Taps down from mid from the likes of Edward as Winstrike make their way into the B setup. Slow into the tunnels. 4 players are there with Edward still holding out the mid phase. A very common strategy here with the split up and trying to see if they can pull some attention away, try and block off the rotations in from Syman. Smokes up, flashes in, Norbert looking, and Perfecto lines up both. Triple kill landed for him. The rifles just fall to pieces. Perfecto with a quadra. And quadra rounds for Syman, 4-0. Winstrike yet to strike so far on the T side. And again, this should be their half. This should be their side. Dust 2 is so known to have like T side aggression work out so effectively for a T side. Winstrike, no such luck is coming through. Apparently, maybe the Prosto victory was a bit more than just a fluke. Maybe it was a bit more than just an overtime that barely went to Syman's way. Certainly with the way things are looking right now in the early game, that's certainly proving the point. But the Eagles are out for Winstrike. They've yet to get another rifle round in. Nades in, the Eagles out, trying to get one-shot headshots and can deal the damage. Just line it up, and indeed Norbert will catch Nealon. I mean, great shots like that are coming through from the T-side forces, but it's just connecting it to rounds, connecting it to follow-ups, and not getting traded back. AK is taken away by the CTs. Kills keeping that in CT spawn in case somebody from the AUG crowd want to get the AKs up. For now, Winstrike. On to the A-bomb site, tagged up on 2 players, lacking in a lot of utility basically. There's no utility in fact. But the Eagles face together, going to crossfire against the next man up to face. The AWP of Ramsey does catch them eventually. Bomb plant denied in towards short, and Edward will go down planting for Goose instead. Ramsey doesn't read onto it, has no information for it. The Molotov will force Edward out, and eventually the kill will come through for the AWPer. So great use of utility for the CT side. Meanwhile, the Deagle's back in for kick on the backstab. Gets it back to 3 versus 3, so chance reboard, but Torek making his way to the bomb site. Knows the Bonnic's close. Kick and Bonnic dealt with. Last man left on towards the long will be also fragged out by Perfecto. 2 kills to him. Only 1 AK staying in play this time, but doesn't matter too much for Syman. 5-0. Full rifles out regardless of the semantics and specifics. economy starting to bolster for the CT side. Not quite in the same level of, like, you know, $10,000, $9,000, $8,000, but one good round with all 5 staying alive should be enough to keep Syman good for another couple of rebuys. Winstrike, on the other hand, only working off the max loss bonus plus the bomb plant bonus from the last round. Orps in, AK's out, Nade's back perfectly right on Bondik's position. 51 points of health without even taking a single face to the CT side. I say that though, Lion aggressive, suspecting long boosts to come through, and indeed, Ramzik will go down. Torek trying to see if he can trade right back, and I'm surprised they haven't checked this short position, expecting another CT to be there. Instead they go towards mid, where flashbangs the Molotovs, and a kill goes in for Kios. Kick strikes back over against Neon, spraying through the door. 5 points of health, he stays alive, and gets out of dodge. Stays in control of the long position, can play contact. Probably going to get taken down the moment Winstrike face up against him, but his position is pivotal for Syman. He'll get the info out. He'll be able to stall for a couple extra seconds, which might buy enough for Torek to rotate into the long control. He holds down short control for the moment, spraying back and doing damage on the defensive. Meanwhile, the 2 CTs on the B bomb site are making their way up through the upper tunnels. Leaving B completely open. Kios could catch 2 frags. Spots out a Lion. Looks in for a bit more. Spots in. Looks on a Bondik. Spray can't land the headshot. The burst comes through from Perfecto though, and he'll get the kill instead. So 2-man advantage as both players facing towards Kick. The other player in the mid setup. He will get 1, but bomb being dropped leaves Norbert alone. In CT spawn for his own flank. Coming in way too late in a 1 versus 3 now. $20 seconds left on the clock. Neil on a spot, burst through, get up his position, but eventually just tap on through to the headshot. 6-0! Perfecto's having a great game. Orpin for able to try and strike first here, out towards the long position, lines up a collateral on Perfecto and Torek. That's more like it, Winstrike. Finally bunched up a couple of positions for Syman. And 2 kills go against them. The AWP instantly put back on a Lion though, see if he can try to get fragging away. He's had a great game so far, 4 kills. Well, great considering Winstrike's current standing, I should kind of clarify. Rams are going to try back on Norbert here towards a short position. Bondik on catwalk. Kick taps on tap, sprays on through towards Nealon, can't take him down. Bondik does catch off Kios again, going towards the lower tunnels. Now knows that B bomb site is completely cleared out as well for the CT forces. Ramzik faces up. Bondik gets 2 kills of his own right. And Kick ends off with a frag here to get the first finally on the board for Winstrike. Took a while. Took a hell of a while. Tactical pause being called by Syman. Such a comfortable affair thus far. And finally, here on round 8, it's being contested. Take a look at the fragging numbers though. Especially for the CT side. 10 kills for Perfecto. Meanwhile, a maximum of 4 kills for the Winstrike side. Orb in for a Lion and Kick. They take contact out towards the long house. He's got the rifles to contend with. The AWP in particular from Kios. Seeing the shadow of Edward takes him down, rescopes in. I think he spotted Kick as well. Saw a little foot on the screen. I'm not sure if he caught it on his own eyes. Instead, Smokes up, falls back a little bit. Kick decides he's going to force the issue. No utility support and goes down to 5 versus 3. Lion gets 1 kill back on Ramsey because he just about adjusted towards that short position. A little bit late to the trigger finger. 2 for 1. Trey's favor Syman. Nealand's going to get information out as where the T-side players are going, rotating in towards short, out towards the tunnels. Flashbang's over. He'll face, he'll spray, he'll take out Norbert. Damage done to Bondic. Perfecto comes up with that kill. The AWP will tag, but Alion's got a hell of a clutch available ahead of him. Will get Perfecto, but not get Nealand. 2 kills for him. Kios comes up. 2 kills of his own right. Double AWP saved by Syman. And Keel's the main man of the defensive, back towards the long. As soon as those first kills came in, Winstrike again fell down and crumbled to pieces when they can't get those trades, and they've been struggling with those trades very badly in the last map. 7 to 1, Syman. On a roll here. AWPs in, double AWPs for Keels and Ramzik. Winstrike established short control. Syman aren't going to contest it. They will just wait back, put the Molotovs down and stall for time. I have a HE nade on that CT side, which would be great right now if they could get towards short, because that would do a ton of damage and really weaken the Winstrike here. Ramzik, however, out in the open, will be ready for first contact, first frag against the T-side line. Fall back into CD spawns as it comes through. Mid to B still held down with 3 players here. Also watching out for the long control. It will be an A-site split. Nealand looking on, sprays down. Torek with another kill as well. Lion will trade back on the man out towards the longhouse, but Ramzik's got his own AWP kills. 1 for the trouble. Think down from Nealand, and the last man standing out towards blue box. Kick is ready, but not as ready as Ramzik. Knows exactly where he is. It's 8 to 1 on the CT board. Dominant as anything from Syman. Winstrike came in as the clear favourites in this one, but it has been an underperformance to say the least. Especially on Dust 2. Like, Train, I could see ways where Syman were counter-straying. I could see ways where they were playing around. They were playing prepared for what Winstrike brought to the table. But here, the numbers just not being posted up. The frag's not going their way. The trade just not found by the T side as Syman dominate as standard. Almost a collateral for Ramzik. He does take the first of Norbert. Bondic will trade back. Ramzik there with a secondary frag. Back in with the AK spray up to Bondic. Lines up 2 and he gets them both down. Transport in 2 versus 2 now. Winstrike. Triple kill for Bondic. Smoker's walking for a Lion. Big gap for Perfecto to work with. A secondary smoke will go down. Flashbang in for his teammate. Spots out both. Sprays awkward and he doesn't get it on a Lion. 1 versus 1. AWP v AWP. Clutch close range. A Lion comes up close still. And no scopes don't land. He knows exactly where Keels is, hearing those footsteps. 60 seconds to work with. It all comes up to the next shot. Landed, not quite by Keels. Close range though. And almost put it here now. A Lion going for the jumping Kelly shot. Back and forth around the A bomb site. Finally spotted the headshot. Not quite landed. It's a shoulder kill, but the Eagle comes up regardless from a Lion. Okay, that was manic back and forth from the AWPers. But a Lion in a 1v2 clutch, trading out the first and barely getting the frag on the second. Leading the charge for Winstrike at 9 kills. We look at the top fragger for Train as well for his team. So, again, having a great series so far in this best of 3. Same can't be said for the rest of Winstrike, unfortunately. CT's up here, 2 players on short. Sprays up from Bondic, gets the first man down, sees the head of the second. CT to try and re-aggress to try to take this player down. They've got the AUG obviously in 4 Kios as Norbert sprays back. Completely blind, gets Perfecto. He's not perfect at all. Kit coming in with his own good headshot. Back behind Carr, clearing out the A bomb site. A scout back from Neil and gets a nice headshot on a Lion. Finally a trade for Syman. A 2 versus 4 scenario though. Winstrike, bomb can cross so successfully. Plant will go down to default. Norbert will try and hunt down the 2 CTs that remain. The scouts in play. The spray is good for 1. Not quite getting the frag though. 1 HP for Kios. Needham will face up, get sprayed down, leaving it all left to Kios as the last man standing. Also dealt with by Bondic. 3 kills for him in this round as well. And the force buy from Syman not quite working the way they would have wanted it to. Winstrike will be able to get their 3rd on the T-side board. Took him a while. Finally, again, they have built up a decent stance on the T-side. Oh, up for a Lion. Great prediction with a flick on the 2nd man. They are anti-eco kills, but it is insanely hard to hit shots through the mid doors, and it's insanely hard to time them when the smokes are up and you've got no information or vision. As Edwards sprays out 1 more towards the mid face, no one successfully crossed for Syman, so the bomb can go down on the B-bomb site. And as you would expect, the pistols crumble to pieces, but probably in an unexpected fashion, I guess you could say, for Winstrike. 4 will be on the board for the T-side. As Kit sets himself up to close out the last couple of rounds, or last couple of frags, I should say. And indeed, ooh, gets back from Ramzik. PT50 at the ready. Can he get Edward? Yes, he can. Okay. 3rd face for the Lion, though. He's not going to get this successfully. I have a triple kill for the AWPer. And the money's a little bit... Not quite there for Syman. I think they can still go for the forced investment. It will be a force, though. There won't be a whole lot of utility. Maybe even an SMG for 1 or 2 players if they want to go for some utility. Perfecto's case, I was going to say it might be a plausibility right there, but the M4 comes out instead with an incendiary nade. Same thing for Keels there, but with a flashbang. So very, very little for Syman to work with. Sprays in from Edward. Bondic combines to do the damage. First frag, of course, down out towards the boost spot. Nice try from Ramsey, but Winstrike already got a good read on how they're going to play that out for Syman. Same positions now, Neil in close range with the M4. Smokes pressing him and the T-side. He's going to face close. Edward's not ready for this. Spray's good, not quite against Bondic, though. The trades will come back. Keels gets himself with a position. 4 versus 3. Turns around for 1. Not quite the 2nd. His teammate faces forward. Torek turns onto the frag of his own right. Kick dealt with towards the mid position, and Lion's last man standing. Up in hands, and Syman get the trades going. Bomb on his back, so he's got that much to work with, but the CTs know exactly where he is. AWP shots connect. Torek ready for information. If he goes towards lower tunnels, he'll get it. Pacing slowly, but surely still catches Torek. Bound to 1 versus 1, a Lion. 3K clutch up for him, AWP close against Perfecto. Shoulder baiting spots, what was that? A Lion! The reaction times on this man are absolutely ridiculous. And he clutches it for Winstrike. 15 frags in 13 rounds. Carrying his teammates up the mountain of the comeback. Deagle's on 3, sees it out of USP. It's another eco for Syman. Bondic turns around Torek first. Keels down as the 2nd. Simple stuff coming out of the longhouse. Perfecto back out. This one is done. 6 on the board for Winstrike. I really would love to know what they're saying in the chat messages are. I can't show it on stream due to various reasons, but I can imagine the shock and horror of Syman right now after that last one. Although a Lion will be going down in this round, it doesn't matter. His AWP lives on Norbert. And back to the next round. Ooh, Zeus kill does come out for one frag, but can't hold on to the rifle, so it doesn't matter too much. One final round in this half of Syman. Max loss bonus for them. And look at this. I love this. I absolutely love this. 4 snipers, 3 of which are AWPs. It's classic Fnatic strats. Perfecto and Kios. Oh, Perfecto will cross. Wow, actually I didn't get anything done. That is a little bit disappointing, actually. $60 seconds on the clock, the default for Winstrike. Other than that, straight mid sniper face. Goes after the map control towards mid and eventually repping back over towards short and long. Smokes in for 2, a Lion and kick. Back Molotovs in with the 2 rifles of Northern and Bonnet. They've got one player around the corner here for Torek, ready to cut off where the bomb plotter is, and if he strikes right now, he can do a ton of damage. Edward first phase, kick sprays through, takes him back, 20 seconds to remain, as a Lion comes up with a frag back with an AWP, the other turns on to the first of Norbert, back in with the second of Viking, but kick still trades it back towards long. 15 seconds, smokes down, close and far. The 3v2 retake coming in, the bomb plant will be secured by kick. Vector keeping close. One player at long for the CT. Defensive. One face up. Second killing shot not going to land right here as Kick comes up with a frag. 3 kills to his name. Perfecto comes up with 1. And now a 1 versus 3 clutch. First frag found. Smokes on the bomb. Spray from Bondic denies. Deagle down, sorry, Dink down I should say. 8-7 will be the scoreline at the end of the half. Favor to Syman, but you can see the comeback brought back by Winstrike. They came prepared for this. They came most certainly prepared for the favourites of the series. Defuse in the kick, double flash for him. PT50 smoke flash for Ramzik and double flash smoke for Neerland. First smoke out towards mid to gain short control. Bondic first headshot landing against Torek as well. 2 kills to his name. A short control established. Bomb control now established by the CT forces. He's trying to round this corner, get the trade right back on him. He with so many bullets, eventually turns it around. Now turns it back to the CTs here on Viking and default. Kios taps on towards Edward, trying to see if he can take him down. Very exposed position that Edward's at right now. Ramsey will try to support it, but a Lion gets that frag, and the PD turns around, catches Edward, can't quite take him. A Lion gets a headshot for the secondary frag, clean and crisp before him. As Edward faces with 2 other CT teammates, Ramzik getting backstabbed in as well by the likes of Norbert. The PT50 desperately just trying to get a frag here. Fall back through Longhouse, expecting Norbert to be here, and the CT just push further and further to pincer him in, end off the round a little bit early. A Lion does get his triple. Nicely done from him. 8-8, Winstrike equalizing against Syman with a pistol. in for a Lion. Good flick on Nealon. Bonnick and a Lion do chime in. Perfecto with one quick frag. That's as far as it will go, though. Again, Eco here for the Syman side. I'm going to go in with the full rifles against Winstrike. Edward turns on one. Be difficult to get a frag back, but that's as far as we'll be able to go here. The technical pause coming through this time. For whom, I am not sure. Imagining Syman, because they're not buying up just yet, whatever the technical issue is, it looks like it's going to be affecting this match for a moment or two. Regardless, though, Winstrike taking their rightful place in the lead here. Again, they are the favourites for this series, so the fact that they've been on the back foot throughout most of this map is a very, very surprising set of circumstances. It was Syman's pick, but, you know, still. They lost their own map pick on train. And regardless of the technical issues we're having, Syman is still going to be on for the buy-up at this stage. AKs and Kriegs, no AWPs for the Ts, but certainly one out for Winstrike, and it's on a Lion. We've seen how deadly he can be with this AWP in this one map alone, let alone throughout all the series as he's played in the past. Teams bow down to the likes of a Lion. AWPs in, Molotovs to face for the likes of Norbert. And then Keel's two players up, sprays back, damage done to him, spraying from Bondic, gets him and his teammate, nades up as Norbert gets down one frag, traded, Bondic with a HE, gets the triple, Molotovs in on Perfecto. He's looking at anything but Perfecto right now as he burns alive, 4 points of health and eventually falls back. So Bondic gets a quadra from beyond the grave, nice. Decimation coming through from another Winstrike round. Mac 10's in, CZ's out, two P250s and a Deagle as Syman go in and up to the B-bomb side. SMG's actually going to burst their way through the pistols. Nealon actually gets out kills for a TK, so it leaves a 4-on-3 situation as Winstrike do lose two in the end. Maybe that's from Bondic as the bomb plant is established. Winstrike will be on the retake. They've only got one defuse kit on kick, interestingly enough, but rifles dropped on the site, one in which can get picked up particularly close. Who's going to get it? Who's going to recover that one for Syman? The firepower is pretty much needed at this stage. Smokes up. Here come the T's. Syman further closer at this stage. Nealon also at the ready. Kick makes his way in over towards the boxes. He burns out Perfecto, sprays back on Torrent. Can't quite take him down. Jumping spray, turns around for the triple against Nealon. He gets to the defuse. He's being stuck meanwhile by the likes of Bondic. And Winstrike will get it once again above Syman. Very quick hit coming through on the half buy, and it almost worked out for them, but in the end it's Winstrike maintaining their 4th in a row. Max loss bonus for Syman at this stage. Five rounds to go for Winstrike to take control of the map. It's Krieg's in for Kios, and Bondic with the AUG at close and personal sprays back on towards him, takes him down, starts off on the right foot for the CT side. Kick, AUG sprays up to 2 more, nicely done for Winstrike, and they just have every single read against Syman. Nothing the T's can do to try and get these players down. Flashbangs in for Perfecto, trying to stop this HE nade from coming in. Eventually it will go down and he will be traded, so 4v2 scenario. Syman continue to push forward here, 2 on A site. How do they get out of this? Perfecto getting Norbert back, so 1 trade. 3v2 scenario there. Ramzik catches out Edward as well, so suddenly Syman have forced the issue. Trades back from the line, actually lands the leg shot on the 1 man, but 1 more going to face him towards mid. Perfecto, this is a very bad idea. You do know who has that AWP, right? It's a Lion. He's nuts, as he has proven so far in this map up. Ramzik ready for Bondic. Low HP though, he drops that bomb. You can't afford to face alone when you have low HP. The SMGs, the AUGs, the AWPs, all of them will be able to get the kill so easily. And leave Perfecto in a 1v2 clutch. 25 seconds for the 4K to come in. He's going to go back and save his rifle. No way he's getting out of this one. Another one comes in for Winstrike. Damage done, but
counter-terrorists win.
Wasn't going to happen, unfortunately. Someone with a quick play trying to change the pace out here with the Kriegs. Keel's moving straight in against the AWP. Flashbangs over, spotted out by the first Bondic, instantly takes him down. Not wasting any time starting things off for Winstrike, backing off appropriately. Second kill comes in from Alliance towards mid as Ramzik does try and back, and they continue to aggress towards the A bomb site. Perfecto and Toric moving up alongside Ramzik. AUG still looking for Bondic. 2 CTs are up here to defend it. He gets a second headshot onto the triple. Not quite. Edwards facing around with the AWP and Alliance here with his own orb. First frag, second frag, no problems for him. 3 kills for Alliance and Winstrike. They do lose 3 of their own, but they keep hold of the rounds, and that's all they need at this stage. They've got money. They can buy back on Bondic. Edward and Kick, well, Kick might have a couple of problems, and certainly the money line isn't perfect from the CT side, but they have had the flawless half thus far. 6 rounds in a row on CT side, including 6 rounds on the T side, makes a total of 12. Uncontested by Syman. Certainly a very good comeback for Winstrike, considering they were 8-1 down at one stage. Was it 8-1? Yeah, 8-1. Syman take it slow this time, establish mid control on towards the mid to be pushed. Norbert will spot the first man coming out. Still going to aggress towards B doors though. He gets the first man. Torek meanwhile moving in. Spot sprays Norbert. One man on Platt is going to get dealt with. Bonnick and Edward also fall to the mid and B sites. 4v2. Finally. I say that, and the Lion strikes back on Ramzik. But Winstrike aren't going to go further than that. So the Lion wants his frag for the round. He wants to get some impact done for Winstrike. Certainly wants to keep things in check. Nine will be on the board. Syman, finally, with a round. How many rounds is that? 12 in a row? Yeah, 12 in a row streak. Broken by a single execute there. An AWP in a standard for Winstrike versus the AWP of Ramzik for Syman. Work still cut out of them here for the Syman comeback, and a Lion will make it harder. Ramzik over at Suicide. They called it that for a reason. Especially when a Lion's playing on CT side. What a flick to kick things off. 25 frags for him. And Keels will try and back onto Norbert here. Nades in against him will do a lot of damage. Well, a little bit of damage to him and Torek. A quarter of their health actually chunked away with that nade. Lion waits back on the B-bomb site here to the cross, on to the tunnels. Smokes up Perfecto. Flash their way into the B-bomb site. A Lion takes a frag back on Nealon. Spray comes back from Keels to deal with Edward, but a Lion here on the tunnels position. Bondic actually does get the trades going. 3v2 scenario, and Bomber's been dropped in tunnels. A Lion's got a bit of a chance available. Turns around here, the AWP getting himself 2 frags on for the triple. He gets Torek on for Keels as well. Spots him, taps up, does not take him down, but buys the info he needs to win the round for him and his teammates. 40 seconds, Keels cannot rotate to the A-bomb site. He has to go to B. And Syman here for the crossfire. He will face, Kick will spray, and Kick will take it down. A Lion again, triple kill for him in the round. 27 kills. Outshining everyone in the server, except maybe Bondic, only 4 frags behind him, but no other player on the CT side has broken in. Perfecto has had 23 frags, so he's had a great game so far, but still a Lion leading by a margin of 4. He looks in for even more, actually legs out Nealon here with the AWP. Ed will finish the job. Bond, going to face back. Catch Perfecto. Get him. Get Torek as well. Small gap on the right-hand side of the smoke. Norbert, the only man traded back with the CT side. Eventually, Bondi does fall to Keels. 3 versus 2 scenarios. The bomb pushes into the B site. There's no CTs there to cover this off, so the bomb should be secured. And indeed, the bomb does go down. Winstrike up for another retake. They were so successful in the last one. Molotovs from Kick and Edward. Here we go. Rehearsed strats go in. Flush out compositions. Hammer flashes come back from the T side as Kick makes his way up. Looks around. Back here at the car position. He gets the one. Keels with the secondary one. Edward the 1v1 clutch. No, he can't make it happen. Ramzik with 3. And Syman do connect 10 on the board, keeping Winstrike at bay for the moment. 4 away from coming back in against the comeback of Winstrike. And the Lion didn't get a kill. A Lion doesn't get a kill, Winstrike doesn't get a round. Coincidence? I think not. He almost did towards mid. That's certainly a decent face up. Give him the Deagle here for the force buy round. I mean, certainly I'd give him a bit more if I was someone from Winstrike. Kick with the opening frag on Ramzik. Not a good start for Syman, considering they are rifles against mostly pistols. Krieg now recovered for Alliance, so indeed he will be able to get the weapon for the CT side. Stacking up towards the CT and short positions. And the pistols of Winstrike could still do decent damage here. From Nick and Edward here. Edward with a spray back. 3v2 scenario, and indeed the CTs have dismantled what remains of Syman. AK up. P250 up close, could deal with Edward. Kick gets him down. He throws away his rifle to get the Krieg out. Instead, he gives up his position. Trying to land a flick back on Edward. Indeed, he does. But a 1 versus 2 clutch still left. He's found the first man. 2 more to go for the T-side player. We'll wrap back up towards the A-bomb site. And probably we'll get the plant down for it as well. Norbert facing an Effecto plants back of Goose area. Krieg up, spots in, bursts through. Second, third face doesn't quite land against him. We're going to force the reload now, and that's Kick's chance to strike. Flashbangs in, and Perfecto trying to hold on for the clutch, trying to hold on for the round, trying to hold on for survival for Syman. It's not going to happen. The double face will come out. The AKs will be brought in to the next round. Winstrike 15-10. Map point for Winstrike. 1 more round, and we'll go to a third in the best of 3. 1 more round, and Winstrike will force us to overpass. Some with a broken buy, obviously with the bomb plant bonus coming in, they can get some rifles out. Quick hit from Torek and Perfecto. This is going to go either bad or fantastically for the T side. Alliant with the first frag, traded back by Nealon on kick. Fourth issue past the smokes, 4v4 damage being done to Nealon. Not as much as you might think, actually. The bomb passed up for Perfecto as he controls it and keeps it back in blue box corner. He's an initial face. Do wrap around to go out towards the tunnels area as well. Nealon and Kios keeping their options open on Syman. Bomber still here up towards the top of long. Syman got to decide where they want to go here. No information being given up by the team side as of right now. Winstrike just going to hold their line. 45 seconds left on the clock. Nealon and Kios both facing, looking at Bonnick. Spray down does work out for Kios and the Galil, and now it all rests on a Lion. And what a hell of a player to keep a load on a bomb site. 30 seconds joined in by Norbert now as the AK spray from Perfecto gets a Lion down. A 4 versus 2 favor of Syman. The bomb should cross. We should see a plant. Will Winstrike go for the retake? It's out in the open, so no contention can come through for Winstrike. No one's actually facing towards this cross. Norbert will go down. Edward, last man standing. Save his rifle. Save another one for Winstrike. Lost bonus obviously not there for the CT side. Syman's chance to come back in. Exit frag for Edward will get an AK out as well. Or AUG I should say actually. So that much is going to be a plus for the CT side. CT's here on the eco. Will stack in towards long control. Not getting anything out against Syman as of right now. Imperfecto will be playing away from it as a result. I mean, I think as he kind of heard some footsteps, expecting the flashbang to come through maybe, I don't know. But either way, Syman are just not even going to bother with this. They're going to go to the B-bomb site, realise it's completely open, realise that the stack is in play. Put the bomb up there to get an easy round victory. For Winstrike from here, it's all about how many rifles they can take away from Syman, any damage they can do, any AKs they can hold for themselves into the next round. Yeah, big plus. Nealon looks in, sprays down on Norbert. Damage going to be done to him as Nealon continues to face up. Also, there's that coming in, knows that there's 2 more players here, and eventually decides it's not worth it. And one good exit for a Lion because, of course, quick getting traded back, and now Syman make their way within 3 of the Winstrike lead. AK's in, Krieg's up to play for. CT's in a bit of an awkward economy. I wouldn't be surprised at a half buy at this stage. Eagles up, P250 scout in for a Lion, obviously. He would pick a sniper. Syman, face up, Molotov's in, going to hear the damage on the kick, and Edward, but the Deagle still faces. He can't quite find it at the edge of the smoke and falls back towards a bit more hard cover. Syman make their way up through short, realizing that A is completely open. Completely free for the taking. Simple stuff coming in with the Syman default. And it should be a Syman round as a result. It's 3 kills for Nealon in the mid position. Easy frags farming up for the numbers game. Quick does get 1 quick frag back, but that's as far as it will go. Torek trains it all the same. Syman with an easy anti-eco, taking all the weapons out of play for Winstrike, including the AUG and Scout that they had. But now the buy will come through from the CT side. A Lion has money for an AWP, and that's exactly what he'll buy. Meanwhile, double AWP setup coming for Syman. I'm guessing this is a good spawn, yeah, for Kios. First pick straight out to the long house. Can he get it in against the Lion of all people who'll get to the sights first? Good flick back. The flashbang timed poorly. A Lion timing his shot well as Kios goes down. Norbert, tank damage done. He gets a secondary frag on Ramzik, and suddenly it's a 5 versus 3. Syman is still falling to pieces as Winstrike hold down the line. Smokes in. Molotov's back. The 2-man advantage. Aimed by Winstrike, Nealon and Torek. And she do vacate towards the mid position as standard T-side defaults tend to operate. No mid to B setup. We smoke it down, we Molotov away, but blind spray from Bondit gets him down though, and Perfecto damaged up of his own right. Torek making his way in through the B tunnels as the CTs have their backs quite literally against the wall here on the B bomb site. Torek moving up, looking in for Norbert, catches vision, and 2 kills do come back. A chance still available for these 2 players are Syman and Winstrike. Going in, they've got the utility advantage. 2 flashes and a molly. Plus the molly of Syman. AK's now recovered. Perfecto ready to receive. Sinieri back here, good response. Turns on, 2 players lined up. He gets a spray, but it's awkward. Torek still left in a 1 versus 2. He can still win this. Close range at the B bomb site. Expecting the flashbang to come forward and the T side to face up. The CT's in, Kick sprays, Kick reads, and Kick gets the round, gets the map for Winstrike. The defuse will come through for him. 16-13, a massive comeback. You can take your hats off to the Winstrike boys. They were down 8-1 and now back to 16-13. A Lion, you can thank him for that one particularly. 30 kills. The AWP fragging everybody on the CT side. It was not even a challenge for him, it felt like at times. And Winstrike will push us to a 3rd map. Overpass is up next in our best of 3. Do not go anywhere, because the winner of that one's going to Berlin. The winner is going to the Miners after this very short break.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.